From balancing her career as an actress and author to playing her most important role as a mom, Tia Mowry has definitely learned a thing or two about making the time to care for her family. Most importantly, helping to keep them healthy and flu-free. Tia Mowry joins BlackDoctor.org this morning, along with Dr. Peter Leckman, Medical Director of Northwestern Medicine's Lakeview region, to share a few of her tips to help other moms and families this flu season. Thank you both so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Yes. So, Tia, obviously you are a woman of many, many extraordinary talents. Tell us a little bit about some of the projects that you currently have going on.
Yes, I am currently on a television show called Instant Mom that's airing on TV Land. And I also have a fun cooking show because I love to cook called Tia Mowry at Home on the Cooking Channel. And I'm also excited to help launch the Mom Knows Best campaign to help encourage and educate moms and families about flu prevention.
Wow, and you are definitely the woman to spearhead such a campaign. So, of course, with all of these fabulous things that are going on, you have this crazy schedule. Why was it so important for you to educate other moms about flu prevention?
Well, yes, I am a mom, and I am a working mom, and I have a crazy, hectic schedule. But I think what's on the top of my list is, or what's a priority to me, is making sure that my family stays healthy and making sure that they are healthy, especially during flu season. And how I keep them healthy is making sure that we get vaccinated annually. So I'm really excited to have partnered up with AstraZeneca and Flumis Quadrivalent to just help moms out there and families and help educate them about flu prevention. And help, them to annually get vaccinated and the importance of vaccinations. I think, a lot of people think that the flu is just some type of regular cold, but the flu can get serious, especially for, younger children. And I know I have a 4-year-old boy, and it can get serious. That could lead to, hospitalization. So I feel like as a mom, it is my responsibility to protect my child and to protect my family, and not only that, protect others. And how I do that is I just, I get vaccinated annually, and I make sure that my family does as well.
Now, Dr. Leckman, unfortunately, a lot of parents, unlike Tia, they're very skeptical about flu vaccinations. Can you talk about some of the common myths and why flu vaccination is so important?
I certainly can, and thanks so much for asking that question. It is sad that I understand why some people might be concerned, but I really want to try to allay people's fears. I mean, first and foremost, what I hear in my office is people telling me that we're not going to get the vaccine because a family member got the vaccine and they caught influenza from it. You can't catch influenza from it. It's just not a medical possibility. You cannot get sick from any form of the influenza vaccine. Now, whenever you get a vaccine against something, your body raises an immune response, and you might be a little achy in the arm for a day. You might get a little fever, but you're truly not going to get sick. There was an undercurrent for a while, and perhaps there still is a little bit, about flu vaccine skepticism in general. People had concerns about preservatives in vaccines, for example. But the vaccines that we give children now are preservative-free. And if you're going to your healthcare provider for a vaccine, make sure and ask them, is this vaccine preservative-free? And that holds true for the injectable flu shot, but also for the intranasal, flu mist vaccine as well. They don't have preservatives. There's really nothing to be worried about. So it is unfortunate. There's a lot of mythology, and really it's not true.
Now, can you talk a little bit more about the different flu vaccine options that are available this season, and what's the difference between them?
Sure. So there's the injectable flu vaccine, which people might refer to as the flu shot, and it's the one that you get an injection with a needle in your arm, and that's eligible for children from 6 months and above, all the way through adulthood. There's 2 forms of it. There's one that has 4 strains, the quadrivalent vaccine. So more recently, we've added a 4th strain to the flu vaccines. And then there's still the 3-strain one available. You really, if it's available, would prefer to get the 4-strain vaccine. What we're here to talk about, too, is the intranasal flu-mist quadrivalent vaccine. So that's actually a vaccine that gets sprayed into each nostril. So just a little bit of liquid gets sprayed without a needle into each nostril. And it's a great way to get the vaccine because it mimics the way you would actually catch influenza. So someone sneezes who has the flu, and you inhale that. So we give the vaccine intranasally, and you get a very robust immune response. And that's available for children from ages of 2 all the way for people through 49. So until they reach 50, it's FDA approved for them. It's been around for 12 years now. And it's a great option as well. So kids don't like needles, even adults don't like needles. It's a great option for people who want to get vaccinated against influenza.
Yeah, I think I would want that nasal option. I'm not a fan of the needles.
No, no one is. No one is.
And so now, Tia, so of course, I love that you make caring for your family a priority. Mm-hmm. But I'm curious to know how do you practice self-care for yourself?
Oh gosh, how do I practice self-care for myself? I mean, since we are, here talking about preventing, from getting the flu, I am a fan of the flu-mist quadrivalent because I just don't like needles. And like Doc said, it's very, it's very simple. It's very easy. It's just a needle-free nose spray that's just sprayed into each nostril. And I personally didn't have any symptoms or any reactions to the vaccination, but that's how I take care of myself, especially during flu season. Also, I just eat very healthy. I eat a lot of foods that are high in antioxidants, like a lot of smoothies I like to sip on. I eat a lot of foods like bananas and avocados, just stuff like that. I wash my hands. I'm a hand washer. I have a lot of hand sanitizer.
That's a good one. That's what people forget about.
I don't know. And you know what else is a really good one? That doctors, they always tell me, and I've learned to not do this, is touch your face a lot. Like, touch your eyes, touch your nose, put your hands in your mouth. Like, I've become consciously aware of where my hands are going. So they're like not all in my face. So just little things like that, really, I personally do to make sure that I, don't get sick.
Definitely. And so as a final question, you have so much knowledge about being a mom, about being a working mom. What has motherhood taught you about yourself?
Aw, what has motherhood taught me about myself? First of all, I freaking love being a mom. I think being a mom is the coolest job in the world. It's also the hardest job in the world. But what I've learned, and I've learned this from my son, is basically to really appreciate the small things. For example, I remember, the first time my son, was introduced to water. He was in the tub, and just the way he had put his hand up under the faucet and how he was just so in awe with it. I was like, yeah, we should be in awe of this. Water is helping us be alive right now. You know what I mean? Just something as simple as that. Or just at the beach, he had recognized the sound of the crashes, the crash of the waves, for the first time. And I was like, yeah, I need to stop and smell the roses and really appreciate how beautiful this scenery is right now. So I think I've learned how to just stop and smell the roses and just to, really appreciate the simple things in life, really.
I love it. I love it. Well, you are doing a phenomenal job.
Oh, thank you.
I want to thank you and Dr. Leckman for speaking with BlackDoctor.org this morning. We'll definitely be tuning into your show.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
And thank you so much for sharing all of your healthy flu tips this morning.
No problem.
Thanks for having us.